What's up, positive people? You got Dana here, and I'm coming to you guys with a new video. And basically, I wanted to tell y'all that 2020 was rough. It started off really good. I got to go to Maui, Hawaii, spent a lot of time, got to take really cool footage, got to see and do a lot of really cool things, eat some really great food, just get the much needed R&R to hopefully set myself for a really great 2020, only to then come back from my trip, which let me tell you how thankful that I am that I was able to go to Maui and enjoy it pre-masks, free quarantine, free lockdown, when I tell you that I'm so happy that I was able to enjoy Maui pre-masks, pre-social distancing, pre-quarantine, I'm so grateful for that. Like, our timing couldn't have been any better. A lot of people always think I'm crazy because I'm always going to places, off peak season. Everything about that trip was perfect. When we got there the week prior, it had rained. It was nothing but sunny skies and beautiful days when we were down there. I think there were a couple, little instances of like really warm drizzle, which who's tripping on warm drizzle? Absolutely loved that trip. By the time we come back to Washington, the word had already gotten out about COVID, and obviously no one was really taking it seriously because of the leadership in the White House. But that's another conversation. After that, from about March, let's say, what was it, end of March, when Marley was out of school. So we started doing the homeschooling thing in March. So as of now, she's been out of school almost a year. So we've been homeschooling almost a year. It was really tough at first, getting her organized, keeping up with assignments, just making sure that I had the access to everything to make sure that there was nothing that I was missing out on. We've both learned about patience, understanding, and following through. It's a lesson that I'm trying to instill in her, that I'm also trying to instill in myself it's a lesson that I'm instilling in her that I'm also trying to instill in myself, because she was having issues following through, making sure that she was getting all her assignments done, turning them in, just kind of having like a fuck it attitude, especially because they were out of school and she wasn't getting to socialize with her friends. And my attitude now and my attitude moving forward with her schooling is always going to be, yeah, you can not turn in an assignment if you want to. You can turn it in late if you don't want to, but you will do every single assignment the way that they've been assigned. And I don't give a damn if you turn it in a month or early. You're not getting away with not doing it, so you're better off just doing it on time and to the best of your ability every time. And if you need help, you need to ask somebody. And she's learning the importance of opening her mouth and saying what it is that she needs, so that we don't run into situations where the work is piling up. There have been so many days where I've been like, well, I guess all you can do is the work that you haven't done. Like, she'll come and ask me like, Mom, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. And I go, yeah, all them assignments you missed. So the first couple months of this whole homeschooling thing were really tough. They really ate at me. I didn't talk about it because, again, this channel is not a place where I want to come and be boo-hoo about anything. And also, I was getting really sick of kind of sharing that stuff, and then like some of the feedback that I would get, I just wasn't, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Some people just don't have the right to say some of the stuff that they say. And the vast majority of people are supportive and understanding and really sweet and thoughtful, but there are a small minority of people who make their presence known and feel the need to say and do things that just aren't necessary. And it's distracting when all I'm trying to do is be the best mom that I can be, considering my circumstance. So to have anybody come and try and question what I'm doing when all I'm trying to do is the best that I can is like, fuck you, actually. So all of spring was spent figuring out the best way to make sure that she was going to be a good student. In homeschool, we're almost to a year of homeschool, and now I feel like I can be, an asset in making sure that she's a good student, that she's turning everything in, that she's showing up. There are a lot of different applications that you can put on your phone to make sure all the work is getting done, to make sure that you can see their internet browsing history so you can know what they're browsing during class time. A lot of these tools they didn't give me early on, so she was able to kind of get over on me for like the first couple months, but now I'm on it. I've made sure that I'm like always available to the teachers anytime that they need to talk. I drop everything at work and I like step outside and talk to them, like just letting them know that like, hey, whatever problems you have, bring them to me so we can, get on a good foot. once I had that all tackled and figured out, you know, it was the issues of like being at home and finding stuff to do. It's like, okay, yeah, you go outside, you take walks, but what else is there, you know? And we can play board games and we sit and talk and we cook. We've done a lot of cooking, we've done a lot of baking. With the holiday times, there was, you know, Thanksgiving dinner, and we're just trying to cook a lot more to spend the time. But I have been dealing with a ton of anxiety. I've had health issues due to the weight gain. So I've also just been trying to get myself together with the weight gain, which I've talked about here and there in videos. Being inside is not conducive to my weight loss. There are a lot of people that are really disciplined and can do the whole home gym thing. And I do have equipment. I have a rower, as y'all know. It's really awesome when I do use it. But you know, you just get down on yourself, you look in the mirror, you don't like who you see in the mirror, and that just adds to this, you know, feeling that, you know, this is the body that I'm going to be in. I'm stuck in this body. And because I've been at this weight that I'm at right now for a while, I just felt like it's just tougher this go around. And it's age. I know that, you know, my age now is, you know, a factor. I also go, well, in the face, I look really good. I'm going to hate that, you know, I'm going to lose some weight and maybe lose some of the fullness that I've like gained back. So that's like a concern. But at this point, I just go, you know, with the anxiety and like the chest pains that I feel sometimes, I just can't hold on to the weight for the, you know, for feeling like I'm more attractive or whatever in the face. Like that's just, my priorities have to be my health. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to lose this weight. I don't really have that down quite yet, but I'm going to figure it out. Back to follow through. I've been spending so much time trying to make sure that Marley is following through at school that I haven't really had much time to follow through on my own endeavors, except for Chinese. And I'm thankful that I've had Chinese as a distraction and as something, you know, something that I can follow up on with progress and something incremental that I can build on. And you know, there's some weeks where I'm really good and I study a lot, and then there are other weeks where maybe I only study for a day, or maybe I only study maybe 5 minutes in a week. And I know that it's a process. I know that probably it's going to take me 10 years to get really good high level fluent, and I'm perfectly fine with that. It's not the only language that I want to learn. In November, I started using Preply tutors. Really awesome. My first tutor, it fell through because I think the app wasn't paying her. And then the new tutor that I have now, she's really cool, but she keeps jacking up her price on me. So I think I will probably just end up going through a lot of tutors, which is perfectly fine. I have found that having a one-on-one tutor to work with made me much more confident in my conversational small talk. Also, to just having somebody to tell you, like, you're not saying that right is such a help. Like, I can't imagine just self-studying Chinese for years and years and years only to then feel like you're fluent, talk to a Chinese person, and they go, I can't understand you. You're getting the tones wrong. You're mixing words up. Your grammar isn't there. Like, just stuff like that I think about. So, you know, most weeks I take like 3 classes a week for an hour. And it's been good. I always feel really great after the lessons, so that's something that I'm going to keep going. It's something that I'm willing to invest in. Another thing for 2020 was that I'm finally officially debt-free. Like, every single debt that was on my credit is either completely erased off or I paid it in full. There was one last bill from Sprint for $227 that I paid off, I want to say like a month ago. I know that my credit score isn't going to be raised on miraculously or anything like that, but it'll be nice for that debt to be marked paid in full, because the company that owns it now has been going out of their way, like adding $1 worth of interest every month, and it's been tanking my credit score. I have this goal for this coming year to get into the 7s. Right now I'm in the mid 6s, and I think that it's doable. I use my credit card responsibly. I have one credit card from Self. It's a secured credit card. I have a really low credit limit on it. I pay it off every month. I've paid it off every month for the last 6 months. I've had it 6 months. And I'm finally in a place too where like I'm just a lot more responsible with my money. I've been way better at saving. I was actually able to like save quite a bit of money and then use that to, you know, have a nice Christmas and just end the year off on a high note. I was feeling really down, so I just needed the opportunity to kind of just spoil myself, you know, love on my family. And, you know, I got, speaking of Christmas, I got a lot of cool presents. One of them was personalized AirPod Pros. So they say Dana on them. And then I don't know if you can see, there's an alien emoji and the peace sign. Love these things. Use them at work all the time. They're awesome if you want a review. Long story short, these are a lifesaver at work. There are a lot of people in my job that just annoy me and are exhausting. Put these bad boys in. I, you know, play my Chinese listening lessons on here. Obviously, I listen to music, you know, phone calls. You can have Siri read your texts, which is another game changer. Get phone calls in, and there are a lot of times where like I can't, you know, be using my hands to pick up my phone, to put my phone to my ear, and maybe I'm not by my phone, but I think if I'm within, I don't know, like 10 feet of the phone, I can, you know, just click on the earbuds and answer a call. So this was a really cool gift. I got like money, and this was a really good Christmas. A lot of people were thoughtful enough to like send me love, and I really appreciate that, because December was really rough. Got bad news from back home that like really brought me down. Tried to not let it get me down, but you know, you feel for people when you hear bad news. It's bad news. You feel for people. So December just was shot. Once I got that news, it was just shot. I just couldn't be bothered. And again, I didn't want to come on here sad. Even now when I'm talking about this stuff, I don't want to dwell on the bad of it. I just want to go, you know what? I was down. And, you know, we're in a new year now, and, you know, we just got to get up and pick up. I want to get back to making the sort of stuff that makes me happy. So, you know, I'll probably start doing all sorts of stuff, just a little bit of everything. I don't know what I want to do. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the most viewed thing on my channel is a video about my portable washing machine. The irony of that is not lost on me, but I will say this. I had asked that my most viewed video stop being the pros and cons of Seattle video. So if the most viewed thing on my channel is about my portable washing machine, I'm all for it, honey. New dawn, new day. Maybe that means I can finally start focusing on other content, like just tiny apartment videos in general and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what? You get what you wish for. I was like, yo, I don't want to be known as Dana, the black girl who moved to Seattle, the pros and cons girl. So, hey, new dawn, new day. Anyway, I'm good. I'm well. I'm around. Wanted to show my face. Wanted to let y'all know I'm not dead. Okay? I haven't been impaled. No one's holding me hostage. I just haven't been up for it. So again, toast to 2021. Here's to hoping that it's everything all of us are after. And hopefully it's a year for us to continue to get our crap together, because we damn sure ain't going outside anytime soon. So yeah. Till later. Peace, positive people.